morning, you lovely people. Thank you again for joining me today. Today we'll be doing a gentle Hatha flow sequence with strong Hatha principles, but we will be flowing between each movement. Begin by taking a seat. Sit in a comfortable seated position, cross-legged, on top of your feet, whatever feels good for you today. Get comfortable. Take a moment here to roll the shoulders back. Open out the chest. Make space to breathe. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Sit tall. Elongate your spine. Start to become aware of your breath, of your natural breathing cycle. The feeling as your belly expands and your ribs rise. And then the chest relaxes and the belly button pulls in towards the spine. Listen to the sound of your breath as you inhale and exhale. Now lean the upper body forwards, take the knees out wide behind you and come into a wide-legged child's pose. Reach out of the fingertips, the arms are long ahead of you, the chest sinks towards the mat and the hips are encouraged towards the heels. The forehead relaxes on the mat. Lift the body up, come into tabletop position with your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Begin a sequence of cat-cow breathing. Take an inhale, arch the tailbone up, take the gaze up towards the sky. And exhale, reaching up tall in the spine, tucking that chin to the chest. Take an inhale, take the spine all the way down towards the ground. And another exhale, pulling that chin into the chest, stimulating the neck. Take another inhale, the tailbone reaches up towards the sky. And exhale, curling the body into a tight ball. Now sit the body back, sit up straight and start taking some circles with your wrists. Circling them clockwise, anti-clockwise, moving the fingers. Reach the body forwards and come into any stretch of your choice here. Just some gentle movement in the spine, in the neck, perhaps some rotation, some flexion, some extension, whatever feels good for you today to warm up your body for the practice. You might wish to take some ankle circles, waking up the ankles and the toes, and doing the same on the other leg. Plant the toes, push the hips back and come into your first downward dog of the sequence. Pressing down into the heels towards the ground, spread the fingers wide, edges of the fingertips at the edges of your mats. Shoulders reach down and back towards the feet, head is hanging relaxed between the arms, perhaps pedaling the legs, waking up the hamstrings. Take a look forward, bring the left leg into your low lunge, your right leg meets and come into a gentle forward fold. Inhale into a flat back position, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hinging at the hips, rise up tall to your extended mountain. Exhale, hands together in prayer pose. Inhale, rising up tall, starting our Sun Salutations here. Exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold, sucking in the belly. Inhale, take the left leg back, coming into a low lunge. Hold the breath for your high plank, dropping the knees, chest and chin to the mat on your exhale. Slide the body forward, inhale for cobra. Exhale down, plant the feet, push back into a downward dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward again, low lunge. Exhale, right leg to meet, forward fold. Inhale, rising up tall into your extended mountain. Hands come together, prayer pose. Inhale, reaching out of those fingertips. Exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold, pulling in the belly button. Inhale, right leg comes back, low lunge, hold the breath, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the ground. Inhale, slide forward, rise up into your cobra, elbows, shoulders peeling back. Exhale, push back into downward dog. Lift the right leg, bring it forward, come into low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up tall, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to chest, prayer pose. Reaching up tall for your extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg comes back, low lunge. Hold the breath, high plank. Pull in the belly button. Lean the body forward, coming down into four-legged staff pose. Inhale, rising up into cobra. Exhale, plant the toes. Bring the hips back into downward dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hinging at the hips with a flat back, rise up tall. Exhale, prayer pose. Inhale, reaching up out of the fingertips. Exhale, diving down, forward fold. Inhale, place the hands, take the right leg back, low lunge. Hold the breath, high plank. Option, lean forward, chaturanga down, belly to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, plant the toes, reaching back in the hips, shoulders coming down towards the mat, downward dog. Inhale, right leg comes forward, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, reaching up high, extended mountain. Exhale, prayer pose. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg comes back, low lunge. Hold the breath, high plank. Option to lean forward, coming down with the strength in the arms, lifting up into your up dog. Exhale, pressing back into downward dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, prayer pose. Inhale, reaching up high. Exhale, forward fold. Last round on the right. Inhale, right leg comes back, sinking the hips, low lunge. Hold the breath, high plank. Leaning the body forward, coming down onto the belly, reaching up into your up dog. Exhale, coming back into your down dog. Inhale, right leg comes forward, low lunge. Exhale, left leg comes to meet, forward fold, pulling in the belly button. Inhale, reaching high, final extended mountain. Exhale, prayer pose. Reach the arms up high overhead, interlock the fingers, turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, tall spine, reaching out of the shoulder joints. Exhale, leaning the body over to the right side. Deep breathing here. Take a deep inhale, lengthening in the spine, lengthening in the arms. Exhale, take that stretch a little deeper on the right side. Staying strong on the right side, lengthening on the left side of the body. Inhale, reaching back up to center. Exhale, leaning over to the left side of the body. Deep stretch in the right side of the body while strengthening the left side. Even body weight between both feet here. Take another deep breath and inhale, come back up to center. Relax the arms down next to you. Perhaps take some wrist circles, roll the shoulders back. Preparing for our deep forward bend next. Take an inhale, reaching out of the shoulders. Exhale, coming down with a flat back, pulling in the belly button to create space. Inhale, long in the spine, eye gaze at the ground. Exhale, slight bend at the elbows, encouraging the stretch a little deeper. If your hands can't reach the ground, place them anywhere on your legs that you feel comfortable with today so that you feel that stretch in the back of the legs. We're not tucking in the head here. This is a flat back forward bend. With every inhale, long in the spine. With every exhale, sucking in the belly button. Now take an inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, falling back down into forward bend. Inhale, rise up tall, extended mountain. Exhale, prayer pose. Take another inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Take the right leg back, coming into a high crescent lunge with a deep bend in the front left leg. Exhale, bending both knees, come down into a lunge. Inhale, rising tall. Exhale, the back leg is just a ½ inch from the ground. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, rotation to the left side. Eye gaze comes to the tips of the left hand, holding the belly firm. Inhale, rising tall, facing the front of the mat. Exhale, turning to the side of the mat. Right foot turns to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, leaning to the left side as we come into our triangle. Hips are facing the side of the mat here. Encourage that left hip forward and that right hip back as we open our hips. Lengthening in the right side of the body. Curling back the right shoulder to open the chest, open our breathing space. Eye gaze to the tips of the right hand. Continuing our deep breathing in this pose. Inhale, come back up to our T position. Take the toes in and the heels wide. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, deep, wide-legged forward fold. Option to wrap the hands around the ankles or the feet, or just place them on the ground in between your feet. With every inhale, reach long out of the head for a tall spine. With every exhale, encouraging that forward bend a little deeper, sucking in the belly, creating space for your forward bend. Relax into this pose. Use the hands to deepen the pose. Inhale, coming up to a flat back. Rotate the body to the right. Exhale, bringing the head to the right knee, keeping that right foot facing the side of the mat, feeling a nice stretch on the outside of the right foot and the outside of the calf. Walk the hands over to the left foot, take an inhale. Exhale, reaching that head down to the left knee again. Feeling that stretch on the outside of the foot here. Walk the hands back to center. Take an inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, coming all the way up to standing. Now turn the right foot out to the back of the mat. The left foot is at 90 to the side. Take an inhale to a T position. Exhale, leaning the body to the right, triangle on the right side. Reaching tall out of those left fingertips, creating a nice straight line from the tips of the left fingers all the way down to the tips of the right fingers. Long stretch in the left side of the body, encouraging that right hip forwards as we open the hips in this position. A strengthening exercise for the right side of the body. Staying strong, keep elongating in the spine with every inhale. And take an inhale to come back up to standing. Turning the toes back in, turn to the front of your mat. Take a deep lunge on that left leg, bring the right leg forward, gentle forward fold. Inhale, rising up tall. Exhale, sinking back into chair pose. Hips go back towards the back of the mat, heels, toes are together, knees are holding together. Knees are encouraged back so that they sit over the heels. Thighs are pressing into each other, abdomen is firm, belly button pulled to the back of the spine, reaching out of the shoulders and out of the fingertips. Great core strengthening work here. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, arms go wide into cactus arms and a gentle back bend. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, very carefully come down into a forward fold. Place the hands, take the left foot to the back of the mat. Take an inhale and rise up into a high crescent lunge. Exhale, bending the left leg, bringing that left knee down, nearly hitting the ground. Inhale, rising tall. Exhale, bringing that knee close to the ground. Inhale, rising tall. Exhale, slight bend of the knees as we rotate to the right side. Eye gaze to the right fingertips. Holding the abdomen tight in this twist, massaging the abdominal organs, using our core stability. Taking that stretch a little deeper, holding tight. Inhale, reaching up tall, turning the body to face the other side. As we come into our extended side angle, turn the right foot towards the top of the mat, the left foot stays facing the side. Bring the arms to a T. Exhale, deep bend of the right knee. Option here to keep the right elbow on the right knee or take the arm down to the ground. Extending long in the left arm as we reach up and over to create that nice long line between the tips of the fingers of the left hand all the way down to the outer edge of the left foot. Rotating that right hip forwards towards the side of the mat, peeling back the left shoulder, opening up the chest. Eye gaze is up to the fingers of the left hand. Inhale, rising up tall. Taking the heels out wide, the toes come in, reaching the hands behind the back, interlock the fingers. Inhale, reaching tall in the spine. Exhale, forward bend. Bringing the hands up over the shoulders, getting a nice shoulder stretch here. Bringing the palms together in this pose will increase the shoulder stretch a little further. Letting the head hang relaxed. Inhale, coming up to flat back. Exhale, come to standing. Turn the left foot to the back of the mat. The right foot is at 90 as we come into our extended side angle on the opposite side. Deep bend in the left knee to a 90-degree angle, reaching up and over with that right hand. Equal weight balance between the front foot and the back foot here. Peeling back that right shoulder, pressing in on the left hip to open out the hip joints. Eye gaze up to the tips of the fingers of the right hand. Staying strong in this left thigh. Inhale, coming back up to standing. Now turning out the toes and the heels come in, reaching up tall, come into your star pose. Deep bend of the legs, squatting down, hands come to prayer pose. Inhale, arms come up overhead, holding the squat position. Exhale, come a little deeper into your squat. Inhale, arms come up again. Exhale, bringing those hips down a little deeper, feeling the burn in the thighs. Inhale, take the eye gaze to the right. Exhale, coming to center, sending the eye gaze to the left. Exhale, head turns again to the right side. Inhale. Exhale, one more rotation to the left. Take an inhale, reach the arms up tall. Bring the arms behind the back and interlock the fingers. Turn the body to the back of the mat. Left foot faces the back of the mat and the right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, forward bend, head to knee pose. Option for arms to come over shoulders for an extra shoulder stretch in this position. If you feel at all wobbly, bring the hands down and place them either side of the foot. Enjoying that hamstring stretch, take an inhale, peeling up in a flat back position, and a slight back bend to counteract. Now rotating the body, doing the same asana on the opposite side. Right foot faces the front of the mat, left foot at a 45-degree angle. Hips are facing the front of the mat. Inhale, exhale with a flat back, bringing the body down, head coming towards the knee. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, encouraging that stretch a little deeper. Shoulders are opening, hips are facing the front of the mat here. Inhale, rising back up. Exhale, open the chest, head to the sky, mini back bend. Bring the feet to meet and take the arms in some wide circles to open out the shoulders. Take the circles back the opposite direction. Stepping to the front of the mat, take an inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Place the hands. Take the left foot to the back of the mat, keeping the left foot at a 45-degree angle. Rise up on an inhale, warrior one. Generous bend in the front right knee to a 90-degree angle. The left leg is long and straight, pressing into the side of the left foot. Hips are facing the front of the mat. Encourage the left hip forward, peel the right hip back. Reaching tall in the arms, shoulders are back, chest is open. Inhale, rise up, rotate to the left side, turning the left foot to a 90-degree angle, taking the arms out to a T. Exhale and sink down into your warrior two. Aiming the hips to the side of the mat this time. Peeling back in the left hip and encouraging the right hip towards the side of the mat. Taking a glance down at your right knee, checking that it is over your right heel. Pressing back with the right knee towards the opposite side of the mat to open out the hips. Eye gaze to the tips of the right hand. Take the left arm around the back, grabbing hold of the right thigh. Inhale, reaching back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel down, come down into your low lunge on the right leg. Take the right leg back and come into your high plank. Aiming to get the body in one straight line from the shoulders down to the heels, tucking in the pelvis, pulling in the belly and holding the abdomen firm. Continue your deep breathing, pressing back into the heels. Take an inhale, place the left arm under the head, rotate the body up and come into a side plank, reaching the right hand up towards the ceiling. Ensure that the hips are stacked, lifting up the left side of the body as much as you can to get the most out of this. Option to increase intensity by doing some side plank dips, gently letting the hips dip 3 times. Now turn the body over, reach back into a 3-legged down dog, lifting the right leg in the air, bringing the right leg over and coming into a wild thing. Turning the body back over, come back into your downward dog. Pausing a moment here, pedal the feet, get control of the breath. Take a deep inhale and a complete exhale. Eye gaze ahead, take the left leg forward, low lunge. Turn the right foot out 45 degrees, inhale up into your warrior one. Bending at the left knee to create a 90-degree angle, turning the hips towards the front of the mat. Peeling back the left hip, pressing forward in the right hip. The right leg is straight, encouraging the knee towards the back. Reaching out of the fingertips, sinking the hips down. Keep going with your deep breathing here, feeling the hips opening out in this position, pressing into the side of the right foot. Inhale, turning the body to the right side, turning the right foot to a 90 degree, take the arms to a T. Exhale, bending generously on the left leg as we come into our warrior two. Hips are now facing the right side of the mat, peeling back in the right hip, pressing forward in that left hip. Take a glance down at your left knee. Make sure that it is sitting right over your heel. Pressing back in the left knee towards the opposite side of the mat to open out the hips. Eye gaze to the tips of the left hand. Taking a deep breath here, holding the pose strong, reach around behind you with your right hand, grasping the left thigh. Inhale, reaching back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down, turn the body, low lunge. Take the left leg back, coming again into your plank. Take a deep inhale and exhale here. Feel the heart rate increasing, getting control of the breath. Inhale, the right leg comes up high. Exhale, curling the body in, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch that leg out again, come back into your plank. On the opposite side, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, curling the body in, nose to knee. Inhale, stretch the leg out again, come back into your plank. Hold the position, tuck in the pelvis. Take the right hand under the head, rotating the body, lifting the left arm high, come into your side plank. Reaching the hips towards the sky, using all the strength in the right side of the body. Option to take it further here with some hip dips. Lifting the hips high, dipping them a little lower. Feeling that work on the right side of the body. Peeling in the left arm, rotate the body around. Pushing back into your down dog, lifting the left leg high, three-legged dog, turning over the hips, coming into your wild thing on the opposite side. Enjoy the stretch. Turn the body back over, pressing back into down dog. Hips come up towards the sky, shoulders down and back towards the toes. Pedaling the feet, noticing your increased flexibility. Coming forward into your plank, lowering down inch by inch, coming down to the ground. Interlock the hands, place the chin on the hands, send the feet out wide. Take a moment here to relax in crocodile pose. Feel your heartbeat as you lay on the ground. Get control of your breath. Take a deep inhale and a complete exhale. Bring the feet together behind you with the tops of the feet on the ground. Place the hands by the ribs. Inhale, lifting the upper body up purely with the strength of your lower back. Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Pulling the shoulders back as much as you can. Peeling those elbows back and towards each other behind you. The hands are just there for support, they're not pushing your body up. Taking deep inhales and exhales, knees are strong, lifting off the ground. Legs are active. With every inhale and exhale, you're massaging all the abdominal organs in this pose, pushing around the old blood, replacing it with the new. Exhale, peel the body back down to the ground. Bring the feet up towards the hips, reach the arms around, grabbing the feet from the outside. Take an inhale, pressing the feet away from you, lifting the legs up. The more you press into your hands, the more you're going to peel up the upper body. Using your arms as the string of the bow here, aiming to get the thighs off of the ground. Body weight should be on the belly button just in front of your hips. Trying not to wobble in this pose, eye gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, roll the body back down onto the mat. Lifting the body up, bring the knees up underneath you and come into a seated position with the legs out ahead of you. Place the hands either side of the hips, Press in the arms, elongating the arms, lifting the hips slightly off at the ground. Taking a moment here, seated plank pose. Control your breath after the bow. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale with a flat back, coming down into a seated forward fold. Aiming to grab the big toes with the index finger, middle finger, and thumbs. If you can't reach your big toes today, just place them anywhere down on your legs to give you that nice hamstring and lower back stretch. With each inhale, elongate the spine. With every exhale, bending the elbows, encouraging the stretch a little deeper. Pulling in the belly button here, creating space. Eye gaze at the toes. Encouraging the knees towards the ground. There should be no bend in the knees here. Inhale, rising back up. Take a couple of extensions and flexions in the feet. Taking a seated twist here. Bend the right leg, right foot is next to left knee. Place the right hand next to the right hip. Inhale, lifting the left arm tall. Exhale, suck in the belly. Upper left arm hooks around right knee. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, rotate around, staying tall in the spine, aiming not to lean the body in any direction. With every inhale, reaching tall in the spine. Exhale, perhaps taking that rotation a little bit further. Be very careful here, as the strength in your arm can sometimes overdo it. Listen to your body. Only go as far as you feel comfortable with today. Holding the belly button in. Inhale, turning back to center. Swapping the legs around here. Left leg bends. Take an inhale with the right arm. Hook the upper right arm around the left knee. Inhale to a tall spine. Exhale, rotation around to the left side. Eye gaze towards the left shoulder. With every inhale, trying to reach long in that spine, up towards the sky. With every exhale, perhaps rotating a millimeter further, holding the belly button firm throughout. Now place the hands approximately 6 inches behind the hips, fingers facing the front of the mat. Take an inhale, reaching the hips up towards the sky. Seated upward plank, Parvatasana. Aiming to get the soles of the feet flat onto the ground. Arms are straight, hips are lifted as high as they can. Let the head roll back relaxed, opening up the chest. A massage for the neck here while strengthening the core and abdomen. Hold the belly in tight. Keep lifting the hips. Exhale to bring the hips back down to the ground. Coming into cobbler's pose now. Bring the heels, balls and toes of your feet together, send the knees out wide. Interlock the fingers, wrap them around the toes, and pull the heels as close to your groin as you can. Sit up tall, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Exhale, let the knees open wide and let gravity do the work here as the hips slowly start to open. There's no need to encourage the hips open here unless you're already very flexible, in which case you can gently place the elbows at the base of the thighs and gently apply pressure to open the hips out a little further. Close your eyes and steady your breath. Take an inhale, bring the spine up tall. Exhale. Gently fold the body forwards, keeping a flat back. With every inhale, reaching long in the spine. With every exhale, folding forward another millimeter. Inhale, come back up to seated. Take the hands to the outside of the knees and pull them in together. Take the legs out ahead of you and realign the hips. Roll back onto your back, bring the heels close to the buttocks. Reach the hands around. You should be able to just feel the edges of your feet. Now inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky as much as you can. Keep the hands firmly placed on the ground or interlock the fingers behind your back. Take another inhale and reach the hips up as high as you can and hold them there. Holding the belly firm, tucking the chin into the chest for added neck massage. Use the glutes, use the thighs here. Keep holding those hips up as high as you possibly can. Keep control of the breath, deep breathing, holding the abdomen firm. Keep lifting those hips high, just a little longer. Exhale, bringing the hips down to the ground. Option here to take another bridge, or for those who already know how to do a wheel, join me in coming into a wheel. Take the hands either side of the head, palms down, fingers towards the front of the mat. With an inhale, lift the hips up to the sky. Root the heels and the palms firmly down into the ground. Hold the belly firm as you breathe, let the head hang relaxed. Pressing strong in the legs, with the arms straight, no bend in the elbows here. When you're ready to come out of it, first tuck in the chin to the chest, slight bend in the knees, protect the neck, rolling the body down one vertebra at a time back onto the ground. Take a steadying breath here, draw the knees into the chest. Take a deep exhale, wrap the arms around the knees and grab hold of the elbows. Draw the shoulders back down to the ground, ensure the shoulders are sitting on the ground and tuck the chin into the chest. Press the hips down into the ground whilst holding the knees firm with your arms. Feel that deep hip stretch. Keep going with the deep breathing here. Feel the massage of the abdomen with the knees. Keep tucking that chin into the chest. Let the knees relax back down to the ground. Bend the knees in, grab the feet from the outside with the elbows on the inside of the legs. Gently rock back and forth, come into your happy baby. Perhaps taking an extension in each of the legs separately, feeling that hamstring stretch. Just enjoy this moment, roll in any direction that you wish, and bring the feet back down to the ground. Taking the feet up overhead into a waterfall, take the arms out wide. Inhale, exhale with control, extend both legs out to the left side, eye gaze goes over to the right. Ensure that the right shoulder blade is still on the ground. Try to stack the hips and try to ensure that the feet are stacked over each other too, holding the belly tight. Keep the abdomen firm in your twist. With every exhale, try to relax the hips and shoulders a little further, relaxing into the twist. Inhale with strength, lifting both legs up at the same time. Exhale, sending the legs over to the right side as your eye gaze comes over to the left. Take a moment to ensure that your left shoulder blade is laying on the ground. Take some deep breaths here. With every exhale, relaxing deeper. Inhale, bring the legs back up overhead. Exhale, bring the feet to the ground. With the soles of the feet together, take the knees out wide, recline butterfly. Take the right hand on the belly and the left hand on the heart. close the eyes, steady the breath. Notice the feeling of your breath, the rise and fall of your chest. Bring the knees back together again. Take the feet up over the hips. We come into our inversion stage here. Option to stay here. This is a great inversion, sending the blood back down the body. For those who wish to take it a little further, we'll start to come into our supported shoulder stand. Pressing the hips up and back, reaching the feet back overhead towards the back of the mat. Interlock the hands, draw the elbows in together. Place the hands on the lower back just above your hips. When they are secure, inhale and slowly bring the feet back up, aiming to get them over the hips. If you feel any discomfort in your wrists or elbows, just bring the feet back towards your head a little and take some of the strain away. Keeping the breathing steady, holding the abdomen firm. For those who wish to take it further, exhale, bring the feet down towards the back of the mat and inch the hands down the back until they reach just below the shoulder blades. Lift the legs up high, bringing the hips over the shoulders as we come into our shoulder stand. Chin is tucked firmly into the chest. And bring the feet back down. Take the hands out wide behind you on the mat, bringing the feet down to the mat overhead, coming into plow. Sucking in the belly button here, tucking the chin into the chest. Relaxing here in this pose. This is a wonderful pose to massage all of the abdominal organs and open up every single part of the back. Notice the feeling in the lower back as it expands and relaxes. Take an inhale, gently press the toes away from the ground, stabilizing with the arms, and using the strength of your arms, come down one vertebrae at a time, safely back to the ground. Gently bending the knees, bringing the feet back down onto the mat. We'll come into our counter pose here. Coming into fish pose, lift the chest up high using the elbows. Take the crown of the head down onto the mat, exposing the neck and the chin. For those who wish to take it further and add some core strength, take the arms up overhead, palms together, lift the legs up using that lower abdomen, working the core and working the abs. Keep pressing the tip of the chin away from your body. Coming out of this, first lower the legs, bring the arms down, use the elbows to lift the head and neck gently off of the mat, and peel the body back down. Start to make any adjustments to your body that you need to make to get into a comfortable Savasana position. Roll out the shoulder blades. Let the legs roll outwards and the arms, creating a space between your limbs and your body. The palms of your hands turning upwards. The shoulders sinking down into the mat. Take a deep inhale and a complete exhale. Inhale again, let the chest rise high. Exhale, sinking down into the mat. Take another inhale. As you exhale, relax completely. Notice the sensations in your body, each joint, each muscle, as it surrenders to the relaxation, the feelings after you've stretched and moved. Take another deep inhale and exhale, listening to the sound of your breath, listening to the sounds you can hear around you, the sounds farther away, and the sounds closer by. Listen to the sound of your breath as you inhale, the feeling as the breath moves from your nose to your throat to your lungs. Bringing the focus into your body now, bringing all the awareness within and letting the sounds around you just fade away. Take a deep inhale, exhale, and send the breath from the nose down to every part of the body. Take a moment now to remember why you came today, why you showed up, why you made it all the way through the class. Bringing your focus and your awareness to each one of your limbs, beginning with the right leg, the toes, the ankle, the calf, the knee, the thigh, and the hip, all of the right leg. Now bring your awareness to the left leg, the toes, the sole of the foot, the outside of the calf, the knee as it rests on the ground, the thigh, and the left hip. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, let the hips open and sink a little deeper into the mat. Now bring your awareness to the right arm, the tips of the fingers, the gentle curl in your hand, the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, and the shoulder. Now bring that awareness to the left arm, the fingertips, the back side of the hand, the wrist, the inside of your elbow, the upper arm, and the shoulder. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, let the shoulders sink a little deeper into the mat. Now bring your awareness to your belly, the rise and fall with the breath, the chest, the beating of your heart. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, sink all of your back down into the mat. Slowly bring the awareness up towards the neck, the chin, the ears, the cheeks, the nose, and the lips. Bringing your awareness to your eyes and the space between the eyes, the eyebrow center. Turning the eyes inwards, noticing the sensations in your body as you do. Take a deep inhale, exhale, send that breath through every single part of your body. Now start to bring your awareness back to your body, Begin by wiggling your fingers and your toes, maybe taking some wrist circles and some ankle circles. Keeping the eyes closed, take the arms up overhead, take a deep stretch as you inhale, stretch the entire body. And exhale, bringing the arms back down, gently turning the body onto your side. Rest here a moment. Notice the different sensations in your body as you've changed your movement, keeping the eyes closed. Steadying the breath here. Use the upper arm for support as you lift the body back up into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. Once back in that seated position, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Relax the hands on the knees. Taking a couple of neck circles here, rolling the neck to one direction. Rolling it down, tucking the chin to the chest as you roll it up the other way. Keep doing this with your breath, slowly waking up the head and the neck. Bringing the head back up to center. Rub the palms together of the hands, creating heat and friction. Place the palms over the eyes with the eyes closed. Gently opening the eyes within the palms and taking the palms slowly away, letting the daylight in. Take the hands back to prayer position in front of the heart. Take an inhale and bow down to the ground. Thank you all for joining me in this practice today. Looking forward to seeing you all again very soon. Namaste.